I'm Mike. Welcome back to the Sanders Kitchen. Today, one of my favorite things in the world to eat, grits and eggs. And we're going to add a little cheese to that grit, so we're making some cheese grits. It's really simple. It's not going to take long. Let's go ahead and start this recipe. There's two kinds of grits you can cook. Your standard, everyday grits, old-fashioned grits, or quick grits. My favorite, standard old-fashioned grits. I'm putting the quick grits aside. Takes 20 minutes. Anybody, any self-respecting Southerner knows that it only takes 20 minutes to cook grits, right? Okay, that came from my cousin Vinny. But let's go ahead and get started. It's real simple. The recipe is right on the back of the box. You can't miss it. It's like a 1/4 cup of grits to 1 cup of water. Hey, you want 3 servings? It's 3/4 cup of grits to 3 cups of water. It's that simple. A little salt, a little pepper, some cheese later. Simmer it for 20 minutes. You got grits. So, hey, let's go ahead and do it. I'm gonna turn the fire on full blast. I'm putting the water in. This is 3 cups. I'm making 3 servings. And we're going to bring it to a boil. Water's boiling. It's time to put the grits in. So I'm going to take a little whisk and put the grits in. You don't have to worry about dumping it in a little bit at a time. Just go ahead and put it in. Keep that water handy because you want to keep putting your whisk back in it to keep the grits from sticking to it. Okay, so we're going to whisk it around. Keep it from sticking, bring it back to a boil. Then cover it and simmer. It's coming back to a boil. Cover it, bring it down to a simmer. Now, don't forget, every now and again, doesn't hurt, lift the lid, give it a little stir. It's going to get thick. Now, you want to keep it boiling. Can you see those bubbles? That's all you need. You don't want it any more than that. And then you want to keep it covered. Watch that it doesn't boil over. You might have it a little too hot if you're on an electric stove. Sometimes it's a little more difficult to control the heat. But this is what you want for about 20 minutes. Now, you can go ahead and add in your salt. It calls out for a little pinch. I know how much I like. This is a teaspoon. And I'm not going to put my pepper in until later. It's starting to thicken up already. Lid on. See you in a few minutes. You see how it's settled down? It's not trying to boil over. Now, see, it's actually trying to stick a little bit on the bottom. So that's why you want to whisk it and just stir it up every couple of minutes. It doesn't hurt to whisk it. Keep it off the bottom. Now, you'll even notice the grits is going to start sticking to the whisk. That's a good sign. So what we're going to do now is add in about 3 tablespoons of butter, and it's up to you. You know, you could add more, you could add less. Whoops. Whisk it in. I think the butter may even help it to keep it from sticking to the bottom and the sides. Look how creamy this is looking. It's beautiful. Okay. Now, back in the water, and I'm going to cover it again, and we'll wait about another 5 minutes. Oh yeah. cooking nicely. We have to whisk it up a little bit more here. Okay, all you need to do is just keep stirring it, which is whisk. Use that whisk. It'll get it off the bottom and the sides and out of the corners. You can see how it's sticking to the whisk. That means it's getting thick. We're gonna wait until it's about 20 minutes, and then we're gonna add the cheese, and we're gonna taste it. It's gonna be wonderful. I'm gonna tell you what, if you put a couple of eggs next to some of this grits, oh my God, it is so good. I mean, it's that good. So let's cover it back up and wait a couple more minutes, and we'll whisk it again. It's time to give it a little taste test. Okay, needs a little salt. This will be 2 teaspoons. That's a teaspoon. We already put one in. That's going to be 2 teaspoons. Stir that up. Let's taste it again. The grits are still a little tough. We're going to go for another 3 or 4 minutes. Then we're going to put the cheese in. Well, it's been 20 minutes. And I'm going to give it a little stir again. Now this time I'm turning the fire off. I don't need to cook it anymore. But I'm going to add in my grits. I'm going to add in my cheese. This is good sharp cheddar cheese. Three-quarters of a cup. Look how beautiful that cheese grits looks. Oh man. If you don't like cheese in your grits, by all means don't do it. But I like it both ways. I like it plain or I like it with cheese. It doesn't really matter to me. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for, right? The fire's off. I'm going to give it a little taste. That's delicious. Oh my God, that's good. Okay, we're going to put the cover on it. We're going to throw it on the stove, and let's get the eggs done. Now, be right back. We're getting ready to do the most favorite eggs that I love to eat in the world. They're called basted eggs. Now, where did I learn that from? It's a good question because my wife taught me how to make them. And she doesn't want to be up here showing you, so I'm going to show you how to do basted eggs. You're going to love it. Let's get the fire on. Okay, it's on high. And we're going to throw in about a tablespoon of butter. Okay, we're going to let that butter melt. And then we'll crack the eggs and put them in. I want you to know that these eggs do not need to be flipped. I do not have a spatula out here. I will go get one though because I'll help to scoop them out and put them in the plate with my grits. So you're going to love the basted eggs. Now, what do you need for that? You need some butter, you need a couple of eggs, you need 2 tablespoons of water, you need a pinch of salt and pepper, and you need a lid that fits on the skillet. So when that butter is melted like this, I'm going to shake it around. Now this is a non-stick skillet. Okay. Take my knife, this is the way I like to do it, and very gently lay those beautiful jumbo eggs right in that skillet. Okay, the next thing is we're going to let the eggs cook a little bit on the bottom. You want to make sure that your eggs are a little white on the bottom first. Now I'm going to turn the fire down to about a medium heat. And now I'm going to add in my water and I'm going to cover it. Now here's the magic. I don't know if you'll be able to see it under that glass lid, but here's the magic. When the white glazes over the yolk, it's done. So right now, while that's happening, I'm going to come over here. let me get my grits. I'm going to put some grits in my plate. Okay, like that. A little pinch of pepper. Now, it's just starting to glaze. Let me get my spatula. And the fire's off. And we're taking this off now. And the eggs are coming out. Now, if you want to, you can just pour them right out like this. Now, look how beautiful those eggs are. Can you see that? Now, a little pinch of salt, a little pinch of pepper. Okay, come see my basted eggs, how beautiful they are. Look how beautiful. The absolute perfect eggs and grits. Now, I'm going to tell you, I've been eating grits ever since I was a little boy, and this is how you know if they're cooked right. If you have to eat them with a spoon out of a bowl, it's too watery. If you cook them just right, you should be able to take a fork and fork out some grits like that. And they're not going to drip off. They're not going to drip through. This is the way you eat grits. It just thrills me to be able to show people how to do something really simple that so many people claim to be so difficult. Making grits is easy, and it's simple, and it's delicious. If you cook it right, you will love it. With the eggs, the basted eggs, try those basted eggs. It's so easy. As soon as it starts to glaze over, take them out. That easy. Everything will be in the description. Thank you guys again for watching The Sander's Kitchen. We love you guys. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't. Hit that notification bell. That way you'll know when we come out with all our new videos, okay? Hey, have a great week, and I hope you have a great weekend. Mother's Day is coming around. Maybe we'll squeeze in another video before then. God bless you. Come back and see us again.